Now, Storm Watch 12 weather on News Watch 12.
Well, it was a cool day along the Oregon coast with highs today into the 50s and 60s. It only made it up to 61 in Brookings, 56 though in Crescent City, but 80s along I-5, 86 for Grants Pass and Medford, 2 degrees warmer in Montague, but cooler 81 in Mount Shasta, but 80s, Klamath Falls and Lakeview, but much cooler up towards Chemult and Christmas Valley, upper 50s to low 60s. Currently now it's 58 in Brookings. We've cooled off to 64 for both Grants Pass and Medford, still in the mid to high 60s down towards Siskiyou County, 40s and 50s east the Cascades, 40 degrees right now in Chemult. So we have pretty clear sky throughout most of the area, with the exception of just to the west of the Rogue Valley along the Oregon coast. You've had clouds all throughout the day today, and they're starting to thicken up a little bit more. And you can see the green showing up on radar, which is indicating the rain is now offshore. Here's our system, a pretty good line. It's been picking up the Portland radar, the rain throughout the region. Now it's starting to be picked up by the Medford radar. So it's pushing towards the east and will continue to do so over the next several hours. But this system has really gathered some pretty good strength over the last 24 hours. So the wind shift's going to be pretty noticeable once we get into the morning. Now, as we go throughout the overnight hours after midnight, we start seeing the showers develop along the Oregon coast. Eventually, it just turns into steady rain. And you can see that this is about 6 o'clock in the morning. So if you're an early riser, plan on having your rain gear. You're definitely going to need that, whether that's your rain jacket, your umbrella, all those kinds of things, because that's going to be the case throughout the day. Rain spreads inland about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Up and down I-5, those showers start to push off towards the east and to east the Cascades. Once we get towards the mid and late morning, those showers have made it all the way east of the Cascades, and we're still looking at plenty of showers west of the Cascades as well. Those showers will eventually diminish once we get late into the afternoon, especially closer to sunset, but we'll still have plenty of clouds throughout the day. Now we'll see a little bit of some sun breaks throughout the day as well, so can't really rule that out. But we go throughout the overnight hours tomorrow night, get a little bit of a break, and then another round of showers pushes in early morning on Tuesday, and that sticks around throughout the day. In fact, we could be looking at some lower snow levels and higher Cascades, especially once we get towards Wednesday of next week. In fact, we can kind of see that here. You can see the blue indicating the snow up towards Crater Lake. What we could be looking at is maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow over by Crater Lake on Wednesday itself. So it's something we haven't seen yet this season, but that's in the forecast. Here's our rainfall amounts that we're looking at. Coast and the coastal mountains, about 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches of rain for Monday and Tuesday. Could see up to 3 inches, especially in the higher locations. Cascades, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. For the Rogue Valley, about 1/3 to 1/2 inch. Northern California, just a little bit less, about 2/10 to 4/10 of an inch of rain. The east side's looking a little bit different. Over towards Chemult and Chiloquin, you're looking at closer probably to 4/10 of an inch of rain, but down towards Lakeview, it'd be less rain, only about 1/10 of an inch or so. Here's another rainfall model indicating, you can see some of the rain, but we're generally going to be looking at the heaviest rain along the Oregon coast, much less as we head farther to the east. Now, here's our system that's giving us the rain that's going to push into the region for the day tomorrow. A stronger system on Tuesday really enhances the rainfall, but then we get high pressure building in, get a brief dry period by the time we get to Thursday of next week. And then we get towards the weekend, we're going to have a weak southwesterly flow, so we'll still have that chance of showers. Hopefully, it won't affect the eclipse all that much, but it's still a little ways out. Early next week, though, we have a potentially strong system that could move in early Monday and into Tuesday of next week, so something we'll have to keep an eye on throughout the region. Now, in terms of rain, we're going to have plenty of rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday throughout the region. Thursday looks to be dry. More showers show up by the time we get to Friday. For tonight's forecast, looking at 55 for Medford, about the same thing for Grants Pass, 50 out in Klamath Falls. So clouds will be on the increase throughout the night, making it pretty warm for tonight, but it'll be much cooler for tomorrow. As you can see, temperatures only into the 60s. Rain should be heaviest in the mid-morning, eventually decreasing into the afternoon. Tomorrow forecast high is 68 in Medford, 59 for Brookings. We're going to stay awfully cool. Look at this, well below average for the next several days. And that's just going to be the case. We're going to be into the 50s and 60s along the Oregon coast, wet through Wednesday, dry for Thursday. For the Northern California, 60s through the next several days, might top out at 70 by the time we get to Friday. For the Klamath Basin, 60s for tomorrow, and then 50s for Tuesday and Wednesday. It calms down and dries out Thursday and Friday. And for the Cascades, again, this is going to be pretty chilly, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, only into the 40s for high temperatures. Here in the Rogue Valley, we'll be in the 60s, plenty wet through Wednesday, dry on Thursday.